Welcome back everyone, I'm Plays Games, this is Fallout 4. I'm having a serious graphical glitch at the moment, so do excuse any weirdness you see on screen. We are in the Mechanist lair, and we are making our way towards where the Mechanist is. How did we get here? Well, we came in the top of this little place up here, which is the Robco Sales Centre. We found a key which lets us go back outside. This is the door we came in. This is where we are. This is the Pridwin. We need to bring Ada with us because she's got the magic key that opens the door that only robots can open. This is the second or third time I've tried to do this, and as you can see, we have a very strange bug. So we're just going to push on regardless and hope it fixes itself. Okay, we need to be in sneak mode because this is a very long dungeon. Apparently our biosign has been masked. Okay, let's just blast all these robots. And there's some gun turrets there. Another one there. And I believe there's a third turret somewhere.
Nice.
I'm hoping this glitch sorts itself out at some point. Okay, we need to move. That's Tesla turrets. That's not fun. So let's find an alternate route. We can go back here and along this tunnel, round behind them and turn them off. Can't shoot them, they can't shoot us. Is this the terminal to shut them off? No. But Ada's destroyed them.
Security offline.
Now you can sneak into this room and then turn on the decontamination water, which shorts everything out because everything's electrical. But we just did it the fun way, we just shot everything.
I'm through.
You can do that.
Error. Electrical fault in sensor array. Sensors offline.
Now this elevator access terminal here is the key to this entire dungeon. It is master locked.
Nice.
Alright, we're in. Now, as it says, an Epsilon 6 security alert has been declared. All systems have been locked down. Secure your station and await further instructions. Elevator access to the control center is prohibited. Security alert is active. So we'll initiate the manual override, and it wants us to provide authorization, which we don't have. And the way to get this authorization is that you have to find 3 different holotapes throughout the dungeon and play them in here, and this then lets you use this elevator which takes you all the way straight to the Mechanist themselves. Now, the holotapes are found all the way throughout the dungeon, and some of them, one of them, the last one, is very close to where you meet the Mechanist. If you do the linear path and don't use these holotapes, you have to go through a huge battle against seemingly never-ending waves of robots which get progressively higher level and progressively more difficult. And in the end, there's like 2 or 3 assaultrons that attack you at the same time, and it's extremely hard to survive. So I'm going to be collecting the holotapes. I'm going straight to the Mechanist. I say straight, but it is a very long way. This entire place is like an old silo or something. It's a huge big empty room with lots of other rooms spiralling down around outside the edges of it.
Yes.
The scourge of the Commonwealth has used my own technology against me.
Shut up. Here come more robots. Ada, could you get out of the way, please? Or help me shoot them. Oh, Ada, you are allowed to fight. In fact, it's positively encouraged. 45 rounds. Okie dokie. And there are a lot of robots that just appear out of nowhere and attack you in this dungeon. The research wing. RoboBrain R&D. Which is apparently somewhere else. Tell this is a giant robot factory where robots are made. These doors can only be accessed
Over
by
here.
a robot with an MSAT. And they're increasingly elaborate. That is some serious security. So each time you find one of these doors, that's like the entrance to the next mini level. Might get a little bit of respite just after we go through these doors.
Sweet.
What a clever way to bypass that lock.
Thank you, Ada. Now, do you need to be careful here? There's a gun turret at the back. Not sure if these are actual robots. We're in caution. Oh, that's actual robots.
Picking up something.
It's
Are you injured, man?
tank bot. And something else, a little iBot, which appears to be dead now. Just reload, we're still in caution. Could be something else coming around that corner at any moment. Okay. Do you hear that? I hear the Assaultron legs, and it's not Ada. So there's something else which has Assaultron legs behind there. It might not be an Assaultron, because as we know, the Mechanist has cobbled together robots out of lots of different parts. Okay, back up, back up, back up. As I said, you get surprised an awful lot in this place. Robots just spring out of nowhere. Just like that. We're still in danger, not even caution. So there's something actively coming from somewhere. And I don't know what, and I don't know where. But something is actively looking for us right now. We're still in danger. Yeah, there it is. These slow-moving guys with Protectron legs.
That's it.
Okay, let's deactivate the turret, which we've already blown up. Let's not activate the Protectrons that are in these pods, because that doesn't seem like a sensible thing to do. We're still in danger, so there's probably more of these slow-moving buggers coming. There's just dead robots and dead humans all over this place. That one had a magnet. The danger's past, we're only in caution now. Okay, we've got a quantum, that's good. Right, it appears to be another turret that had us in danger all that time. There are quite a few robot workbenches throughout this place, so you can patch up Ada or add more modifications to her as we go along. Not that we need to, she's already maxed out. And this graphics glitch is going to kill me in this place. Remember, we do have to keep an eye out for these holotapes. Now, this is one of them here.
Lead engineer, Thomas Harkin. So far, we're tracking on schedule for the latest RoboBrain milestone. Dr. Asante has assured me that the active time between memory wipes has been greatly increased. Hopefully, that will hold true in our latest live testing. The senior engineers also informed me that their latest assembly line adjustments have been completed early. I can only hope that means due diligence was still paid, and we're not going to be looking at a total system breakdown again. Other than that, I'm still worried about the test subjects. Right now, we've got more than enough to meet our demand. But it's not like these things grow on trees.
Okay, it would seem that this visual glitch only happens when I face the northwest. Any other direction I look in is absolutely fine, but when we look northwest, we get this awful glitch, and unfortunately we have to look northwest for this next section, so we're just going to have to learn to deal with it. Now, all these robots up here, as you can see, because they have red pips, are actual robot targets. They are real life things that will drop down and attack us, unless of course we kill them first. So you can do that by just shooting them off the rails. And unfortunately, we haven't killed them all in one hit. Which means we might have to pick them off as they come up the stairs. And quite a lot of them are legendary, and quite a lot of them have head lasers. Boom. So this is going to be fun, isn't it? Who's next? You. No, you. No, you.
Here, over here.
And there's another gun turret right there.
These rats won't affect me. That's a different story.
Hell yeah.
They do stop coming after a while, but there are a lot of them. Dang it, failed to kill that one. Okay, I think that's all the ones on the assembly line. I have tried every solution known to mankind to fix this visual bug. I have unloaded all my mods, and it still happened, even with no mods. So it's a game engine glitch. I've verified all my files. I've changed the any prefs to try and lower the draw distance and the load distance and the load amount. Nothing worked. So we're just going to try and not face the northwest as much as we can. Unfortunately, that's going to be rather difficult in this particular place. We'll just have to navigate as best we can. Now, very soon...
Careful, man. I don't think we're listening.
that's going to open and a massive tank bot is going to appear. Yeah, so if this place wasn't difficult enough, we've now encountered a game-breaking glitch, which I cannot get rid of. So this is going to be all kinds of fun. Big pile of dead robots here. We did manage to destroy the sentry bot before it did anything evil to us, so that's good. Just some grenades in there. That's and that we shall take. So this assembly line room is a right pain. It really is. But we survived. The final fight, which I am very keen on avoiding, is very much like that, but it has many, many more robots than we've just fought. We do have to keep an eye out for more of these holotapes, because we do need 3 of them. And I can never remember where they're held. I know they're at the end of each section, but I don't think we're at the end of this section yet. Alright, Ada.
Use this.
Open that for me, please. Whilst I try not to look at it. Oh, this game tests my patience sometimes. Bethesda! Oh look, we get to watch the door in psychedelic weirdness. There it goes. Okay, and again we're looking out onto the main room where the final fight happens. We're slowly working our way down, spiralling our way throughout the dungeon. These doors are locked until you complete it.
Use this.
On to the next little section.
That's it.
Get out of the way, Ada. Now, did you see that?
The Commonwealth is right to fear people like you.
Wow, that seems to be a legendary. Let's do a little bit of parkour up here, because I know you can. There's a little monkey and a couple of quantums up here. You shoot the monkey in the brain. Alright, and another robot workbench. And that place is quite irradiated. Tough armor of the Ghoul Slayer. Don't care. I will just quickly pop up here, just in case there's one of these holotapes. No, there's not. They're not loaded into the terminals, they're usually just out in the open, like on a desk. I nearly missed the first one. Now, we're getting into a section where lots of robots are hiding and they like to spring out. Which is Parts Warehouse. Power armor station. Right, let's open the button. And of course it's making me face west. No, now it's going wrong when it's pointing southwest. Okay. That will probably save us here. I see you, buddy. That one's already woken up. I think that's one right there. Yep. Yeah, I think that's one right over there. Yeah, definitely. Got him. And another one right there. Yep. More radiation sources, so we'll just give these the old body swerve. I don't think there's anything. We'll put my can we put my hazmat suit on? No, I saw it. We'll just brave it. We've got some radaway with us. It can't be all that deadly back here. Just for a lunchbox and a dead robot and nothing else. And the dog that's in the way and is trying to get me killed. And Ada managed to then destroy one of her own legs, so that's great, isn't it? Ada, are you feeling alright? Oh, she's not in need of a robot repair kit, so maybe she'll repair her own leg. Somehow. Companions, man, they are the absolute worst. There's a duffel bag here with absolute crap in it, so we won't be taking that. Hey, our legs come back, but the armour's missing. Maybe that'll regrow, which it has. It's just popped back into existence. Don't ask me, because I don't know. Now, if I remember right, the next holotape is here. Yes, it is. That's 2.
Tony Delano facilities. Air filtration's on the fritz again. It's like a constant haze in here. I swear to God, anyway. I got McDaniel up there taking a look. But if that fan needs replacing again, I'm having Fadley fired.
May be getting closer, but I will not falter. My robots will see to it that no further harm will come to the Commonwealth.
Shut up, you annoying little robot. Okay, let's not look that way. Let's just ride the gondola. Let's look behind ourselves. Okay, so we fought our way through the spare parts junkyard. It wasn't too difficult, because I know that the robots crawl out from under the garbage and we managed to spot them and deal with them. We now have 2 of the 3 holotapes we need to avoid the final climactic battle, which, in the midst of a game-breaking visual glitch, there ain't no way in hell I'm doing that final battle. I was never going to do it anyway, because it's much more fun to avoid it.
Over here.
The Mechanist loves the security doors. Again, this is the main central room. The Mechanist himself is at the bottom. We're unsure if the Mechanist is a human or if they're a robo-brain.
Over here.
Jezebel seems to think they're human. But then Jezebel is a human brain. Oh, this is a proper door, isn't it? Let's have a look in here. Now that's a forfeiture terminal password. This is the watch station. What has this got to say? Okay, there's another set of subjects bringing in, and it seems that it's prisoners that are being delivered here. And he's saying it's just as well they don't know what's going to happen to them, so that's foreboding. Okay, and they're hearing rumours around the block from the people downstairs that the prisoners are having their brains surgically removed. So I think we can guess what's happened to them. and more of the rumours are getting worse, and some of the prisoners have heard about what's going on and they're almost at the rioting stage. And they initiated some sort of purge. So this is a lovely place, isn't it? Okay, what do we have here? Property storage. Well, that's broken, so that's not going to give us anything. There's quite a lot of clothing to be found here. Hard hats, bowler hats, property storage, lockup terminal, and this uses the password we found in the previous room. Alright. So this is obviously where all the prisoners' property got taken. Ooh, military ammo bag, ballistic fibre, and a toy, and more ballistic fibre, and I'm carrying too much and I can't run. That is some 55 rounds, and there's quite a lot of other stuff here. Dog.
Hey.
Let me put... I mean, how are we overweight when this is all we have? I ain't been picking anything up, and we're like overweight already. Do these toys weigh anything? No, they're all 0 weight. Do you have a fusion core? That's £4. Right. God. Pre-war money. Ooh, gold bar. Ammo, 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 ammo. None of it we use. Some more stuff. Knives, bats, balls, pistols. 45 rounds. Right, we're taking them. We're taking the Rad X. Okay, so that was pretty cool. It's like a little armory. There's property storage. Okay, what do we have here? Rad X. Bobby pin. Another broken terminal. Excuse me, Ada. Are you alive or are you dead? There is a terminal or a button which opens all the cells at the one time, but why pass up all that XP? Just do them one at a time. So this is obviously where the prisoners were being kept before they went downstairs and had their brains removed. I mean, your brain is going to be removed and you are going to be mounted on one of these sentient moving carts, I think, my friend. This place is horrifying. Right, are you dead? Yes, you are. You never know with feral ghouls. They might just be sleeping or they could be dead bodies.
Sweet.
Aha. Gotcha. So it's no wonder that robo-brains are like Jezebel were made out of the brains of criminals. So did she willfully misinterpret the orders that the Mechanist gave her? Because of her warped criminal mind? Don't know. We'll never find out.
Yes.
But then, what she was saying was logical from a purely machine standpoint. And that was a real one as well. Because no matter what she did to try and help humans,
Sweet.
she only improved their chances of survival by 25%. So 75% of the time they died anyway. So the most efficient way to help humans is to simply kill them. Because then you're not expending all that effort and resources on saving something that's probably going to die anyway.
Nice.
You are legendary, and it's a left arm I would need if I'm going to replace anything. It's very strange that we haven't found a good legendary left arm like throughout this whole playthrough. There are 2 legendary combat armor arms in Vault 81, but as we know, I couldn't be bothered to go and get them. We just came here instead. I might go and get them after this is done.
Sweet.
So what's this? Is it the feed trough and the poo pipe? This place is disgusting.
Got it.
Kinda makes me glad that it was all ended by a global nuclear war. Just the kind of thinking that leads to global wars.
Nice.
Ada, get out of my way.
Yes.
Another one. That was alive as well. So that poor soul has been down here, locked in this cell for probably 230 years. No wonder they went feral.
That's it.
Maybe it's better for them that they are ferals and not just regular ghouls. Regular ghouls being just humans that have withstood or been altered by radiation to be effectively immortal, but fully compass mentis. So you'd rather not be stuck in a cell for 220 years when you know what's happening. You'd rather be a mindless feral and not even know what's going on. That's how I'm rationalising that one. Oh, hello Mr. Glitch, you're back, are you? That's good. And another little toy. Okay, medical observation terminal. Subject A22. Convicted of serial killings in the DC area, not to be visited alone. Security personnel required for all interviews. He shows high brain function but weak constitution. We're giving him high protein diet and started sessions of electrotherapy to treat his muscles. It should not be long until his brain survival rate for the procedure is no longer a risk. I did wonder why they were trying to save his body and bulk it up if they're only going to cut his brain out. Subject A53, age 48, gender female, convicted for arson, burned down a courthouse leaving 3 dead, only approach when sedated. Family medical history of dementia, brain health is likely to decline or skew data, recommended for termination. Is that Jezebel? It could be. Subject A57, age 22, gender female, convicted for murder of a waitress, prone to sudden outbursts of violence, recommend subject be restrained at all times or sedated. Highly emotional, currently on a cocktail of antidepressants and anti-anxiety. Dr. Asselford is starting psychiatric sessions to further see if she's a good candidate. Subject A72, age 32, gender male, convicted of second-degree murder whilst under the influence of alcohol. Subject displays high intelligence and knowledge of tactics. Slight signs of PTSD. Dr. Asselford to evaluate for treatment. I think that guy is definitely on the slab. And subject A2, age 33, gender female, ex-military, convicted of second-degree manslaughter. Assault resulting in hospitalisation and later death of the victim. Subject is highly intelligent and proved to be mentally sound. Approved for candidacy. I mean, they were literally just taking anyone and then sorting them out, weren't they? Well, this one managed to get out of its cell, and I'm not sure how, because all of the roofs are still intact. Aha. Ah, or is it this one? Is this roof not intact? All the other glass seems to be in apart from this. Okay, so some of the roofs were not intact, so that's how that one got up there. I managed to climb out. that's the one that opens all the doors. We need to go down. We need to reload. And I'm thirsty again, so we should drink another noodle cup. That's good. Oh, hello, dead person. I assume that you're still alive. Because you don't look dead, you look very pink. So you've not been having the most fun over the last 200 years, have you? You've been stuck here as a sentient surgical bed. Okay. Now we're into the actual processing plant. Alright, that's an actual decontamination arch, so that came in handy after all the radiation we'd gone through. Slip back here. I'm trying not to look in directions that make it do that. Okay, that one's been smashed. That one's been smashed, probably by the war. Yep, the big blood smear. Cerebral reconditioning. This way. Oh, no loot in any of these. Okay, so they get wheeled in here. I mean, that's horrifying. Big burn marks. So this is cerebral reconditioning. That doesn't mean brain, that just means head. So yeah, I don't know what they do there. The brain extraction terminal. Thanks to equipment failures, we're getting pretty backed up in this department. Okay, so they sped things up. Obviously when the war was looming, they wanted production sped up. And they're damaging lots of subjects and removing the brains. That's not good. And now they're drinking some of the brain fluid. The brain gel. That's not cool. And they made a cake in the shape of a brain, but it wasn't a cake. It was an actual brain. They just covered it in frosting and let their colleague bite into it. Oh, he seems to love his work. I hope he died in the war. Along with everyone else. Brain extraction. Oh, hello. Well, you've been down here for... Oh lord. Oh dear. Well, if you guys aren't dead, you're definitely insane by now. I mean, they look pink. So if they were dead, it would be grey. So I'm just assuming... Aha!
Anise Ciroletti, Chief Scientist. This is the third time I've had to request more security. As thorough as our assembly procedures may be, there's a human factor to be considered. These are criminal and unstable minds. It can't be a scientist's job to ensure each test subject is properly sedated. I was promised military assistance and security, but we need more. I won't allow my crew to be endangered. As fascinating as it may be to integrate the human mind with robotics, sometimes I wish I never signed on to this project.
Well, these two are dead. They've been smashed. You dead. I think everyone else is still alive, just in jars. Let's have a read at the cerebral conditioning terminal. Although it's weird because this room is supposed to be brain extraction and the previous room was cerebral reconditioning, so I think these terminals are in the wrong places. They talked to someone who is subject A22, which is one of the ones we heard about upstairs, and as soon as they woke them up, they were like, why can't I see? Where am I? What's going on? So that was enough for them to determine that he was unstable, and they killed him immediately. Okay, and that one had their short-term memory destroyed, so they couldn't hold on to their programming, so she went in the furnace. Okay, and another one got rejected. Wow, and this one that was threatening to kill them all, as soon as they said it was fine, they just flushed the long and short-term memory and installed it in a jar. RoboBrain R&D. What's in there? Is that a... Okay, that's a ghoul in there. That's a couple of feral ghouls in that big cylinder. Yep, that's a feral ghoul, alright. So that's where they kind of designed the RoboBrains. That's where we came in. This is where we're going. Don't mind me, Mr. Graphics Glitch. Now, what we have here is an active RoboBrain. And 2 gun turrets. And a couple of robots as well. If Ada would get out of the way. Shoot you. And shoot you. And I believe there's at least another one. We're very close to the end of this. A big cart full of brains. That's what we're very close to. We're very close to going through the main door to the big fight at the end of this. But, as I said, we don't want to do that big fight. Oh, there it is. We need to go away. Alright, we leveled up. And this RoboBrain has the password that lets us go through the door to the final fight. This is obviously the morgue, the mortuary. I killed you. And that's where they've been disposing of all the rejected brains and the bodies of those who were accepted, and everyone else. So this place is absolute horror show. Top secret military installation using violent criminal brains to make these war robots. Not clever, ladies and gentlemen, not clever at all. This is the terminal that you cannot get access to until you've killed that RoboBrain. Batch 1, done. Batch 2, done. Batch 3, done. Okay, and they're improving them at each batch. Then batch 5 never got finished because the war happened. Don't worry, it's just a chassis. So that is where the brains get brought in and encapsulated here. So this one's been hung upside down for 220 years, so good luck to you. Just looking at that, just like that, for 220 years. So wow, okay, that's the production line. Get brought in here. Brain box goes in there, and then they go somewhere, I don't know. Ooh, lead, I'll take. Now, do not activate that. If we go through this door, we're into the big massive fight. If you're quiet and turn your sound up, you can hear the sounds of the conveyor belt. We're not doing that. We have to go all the way back through the entire dungeon and go back to that terminal right at the very top and load all 3 of these holotapes into it. I know, it's a very long way away, but this is the way you avoid the big final fight. And considering we have this graphical glitch, I mean, I ain't doing no big final fight when this nonsense is going on. I do apologise for this. As I've said, there's nothing I can do to fix it. Nothing I have done has fixed it at all. I've restarted my PC, I have verified files, I've turned off all my mods and turned them all back on again, and ain't nothing done anything. You came down here, so I think if we just yeet ourselves off here and go straight, I think we came in over here. Yes we did, that's good. I did not discover this method for a very long time. I thought these holotapes were just lore. But they're not. They're actually important. I have never had this glitch before, and I've played this game for over 2,500 hours. This is the first time I've seen this glitch. Right, we made it back to the terminal. So we need to do this. Load the first holotape. Well, we have to find the right holotapes. Chief Scientist holotape.
Anise Ciroletti, Chief Scientist. This is the third time I've had to request more security. As thorough as our assembly procedures may be, there's a human factor to be considered. Our criminal and unstable minds. It can't be a scientist's job to ensure each test subject is properly sedated. I was promised military assistance and security, but we need more. I won't allow my crew to be endangered. As fascinating as it may be to integrate the human mind with robotics, sometimes I wish I never signed on to this project.
Alright, so there we see, standing by for authorization, 1 out of 3 voice prints confirmed. So now we need to load the next one. So we've done the Chief Scientist, now we need to find Facility Director and then Lead Engineer.
Tony Delano, facilities. Air filtration's on the fritz again. It's like a constant haze in here. I swear to God, if these people don't quit smoking, I'm gonna sue for health benefits. Yeah, like anyone here would allow that to happen. Anyway, I got McDaniel up there taking a look. But if that fan needs replacing again, I'm having Fadley fired. I don't care if he is some hotshots kid. He can't do this job. And I'm the one that's got to answer to Rawlings.
2 out of 3, so we'll eject that one, and the last one should be right at the bottom, if I've gone too far. Lead Engineer.
Lead Engineer, Thomas Harkin. So far, we're tracking on schedule for the latest RoboBrain milestone. Dr. Asante has assured me that the active time between memory wipes has been greatly increased. Hopefully, that will hold true in our latest live testing. The senior engineers also informed me that their latest assembly line adjustments have been completed early. I can only hope that means due diligence was still paid, and we're not going to be looking at a total system breakdown again. Other than that, I'm still worried about the test subjects. Right now, we've got more than enough to meet our demand, but it's not like these things grow on trees.
Confirm manual override. Yes, we do have a level up, so let's just do that. We just did Black Widow 3, didn't we? No, we were doing Action Girl. Let's do that. There we are, Action Girl 3. Let's avoid the final fight and take the elevator straight to the control center.
Control center.
As it says, control center. We can have a peek around in here. Some 45 rounds. Spotlight schematics, alright. We can now build wall-mounted spotlights. Hubris. Alright, so Hubris seems to be a security terminal. That's the one that's performed the lockdown. There's a mini nuke on the floor.
Got it. The reward will be worth all that effort.
So the control centre's just through there. Apparently there's a storage room just through here. There's a secret button here, which opens this. Which is a safe which is already unlocked. Mentats. Let's have a look at the observation terminal. Site report. Again, this is the first ever official meeting between the military and the roboticists. Everyone seems quite chipper and happy with what they're doing. And they're monitoring the staff for psychological stress. Nothing much else to learn from that. It seems to be a bedroom. Whoops. Broke my tool. There we are.
Sweet.
Nothing much there. What do we have here? A hand drawing of the Mechanist. Right, I'll take that. I'm taking this toy and the bobby pins. I'm going to take the Mechanist log. And the boss chest. And more blueprints. Alright, we can now build iPods. Right, let's confront the Mechanist.
Obviously, you don't.
A regretful miscalculation. You bypassed the pinnacle of pre-war security systems. I can see you're no common criminal. Perhaps we can reason this out. Let us discuss this amicably.
Now we get to have fun now because we are wearing the Silver Shroud armor, and this is very much like a comic book villain versus a hero. We get to do some roleplay.
Unmask yourself, Mechanist, and stand ready for judgment.
You're right. I'm no match for the Silver Shroud.
There we are.
There. Now we both know who we're dealing with.
I think we'll just stay in character.
Again, you cast me as the villain? Ha! But it is you with your rampaging robots!
They have taken innocent lives. My friends, they were simple traitors, all dead at the hands of your robots.
No, that can't be right. The robots are programmed to protect. Their subroutines are clean. Observe, evaluate, and react accordingly. The testing was thorough. I ran every scenario. All passed.
Oh, again, we'll just stay in character because it's fun.
The blood of innocence was spilled. Your own lackey confessed. Her twisted logic leading to tragedy.
Saving by killing. No, it's the logic. It's there. I can see it now. I was hoping it was the robo-brains, an issue with their memory wipes. But you're right. Their primary directive was flawed.
Again, more in character nonsense.
So, the veil is lifted, and the truth revealed. Your technological hubris is to blame.
I wanted to help the Commonwealth. And robots are all I know. I found this place and figured I could finally do my part. I accept full responsibility. I can't take back what I've done, or even atone for it. But this doesn't have to end in violence.
And again, we can either have a fight by going for number 3, or we can resolve it peacefully for number 4. The end result is pretty much the same, so we'll just be peaceful, because I don't want to risk getting killed.
Though your action initially appeared felonious, your intent was not. Seek redemption, Mechanist. You have much to atone for.
Done. Consider it done. And you won't regret this. I promise. None of the Commonwealth will. Here, take this. It's the password to the mainframe. You can use it to shut down the security protocols. I'd rather this place be in your hands now.
Well, all we have to do now is take control and shut this place down. Check this out. This is just the weirdest place ever. And a big... what's this, a server rack? Or is this people that are off shift and resting? Is that what that is? So these people are off shift and chilling out and the rest of them are working? Right, that's a theory I'm going with. Cancel the security alert. Alright. Assembly line control. Off. There's something about security doors, wasn't there? Security door control. Off. Okay. Ah, we need to speak to you.
Mechanist.
Hey, just one more thing. If you have a minute.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, good. Isabel. That's my name. Isabel Cruz. I just wanted to say I'm really happy, thankful that you've let me stick around here. And in order to show you that I'm done with the past, I want you to have this as a sort of promise, I guess. It's the Mechanist suit I made.
Now, this is actually really good armour. It's second only to the Silver Shroud armour. It's really good stuff. And it makes you sound like a stumpy robot as well, which is pretty cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's one more thing. A much bigger thing. There are still robots out there. Lots of them. My communications are down, and I can't call them back. But I can tell you where they are, if you're interested.
Seriously? How many robots are out there?
Quite a few. There's a lot of ground to cover on the Commonwealth, so there's kind of a whole bunch out there.
No way.
That's okay. Maybe later? If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
And that now gives us endless radiant quests to go and kill more robo-brains. Dog? No, stay.
Hey.
Stay still. I need to put things in you. Oh god, I bet he's going to be full, isn't he? He only needs to carry a little bit more. I mean, this is £20. Damn it. How about the helmet? Helmet is only £1. There it goes. God, that's +1 charisma, +1 intelligence. So that's pretty good as well. I mean, ours is it's the same as ours. So if this has better stats than that, we might actually switch over to the Mechanist helmet. Okay, we can move again. And then we have to find Ada, who's apparently up there for some reason or whatever. Right, so this is the door we were at when I said don't do it. As you can see, this is where we were. We got right here before we turned back. And this is where you have the huge fight. As you can see, there's lots of assembly lines stretching overhead. And robots come out of the ground here. And here. And here. I mean, there's just robots springing out of everywhere. And they come out of these pods. And it's just an absolute disaster. It is not fun. Especially at the end when you get multiple Assaultrons attacking you. And assassin droids and everything. You're like running around here. You have to kill successive waves of robots until the facility runs out of power to make any more. All these security doors are open, which let us get back to any previous section of the entire dungeon pretty quickly. And we now have access to the workshop. So this is a fairly functioning settlement. Not that you can build very much down here, because there ain't no dirt to place no water things, so it's a little bit tricky to build. Right, we're going to have to find Ada, because she's buggered off somewhere, and I have no idea where she is. Apparently she's up there somewhere. I have no idea where Ada's gone. So you know what? Why don't we just leave and then she'll spawn when we get back to the surface? That's a clever idea, isn't it? Time for one more bit of XP.
Nice.
Thank you kindly. Right, let's go up and out. And hope that Ada's here waiting for us. She might even drop in on us, you know. Right, apparently she's below us now. Oh, goodness sake. God knows where she's gone, because companions are the worst. Right, this is the rear entrance, or exit, whatever you want to call it. Pencil, yes please. So hopefully Ada will appear. Good, she did. Hugh.
Hey.
How may I be of service? Your return is a relief. I trust the outcome was what you wanted.
You were right there.
I got her to see the truth. She's standing down.
So the Mechanist really was misguided. Did she reveal her motives and reasoning?
You were right there.
The robo-brains were responsible. It was their twisted logic that started all this.
A biological wild card. The unknowns are vast. She had to know the risk she was taking by creating them. Many good people endured suffering and death because of the Mechanist. It's a shame a mind as brilliant as hers allowed such atrocities to be committed.
She's good at heart. She made a mistake. A big one. And she'll live with that guilt.
I believe I have a certain understanding when it comes to guilt. While it's not the justice I had hoped for, it will suffice. Still, I now know that the death of my friends has brought about a safer Commonwealth. Had the Mechanist's robots remained unchecked, I'm certain that damage would have been extensive, halting, if not reversing, any progress that has been made here. With this knowledge, I am finally registering feelings of satisfaction and accomplishment. And I have you to thank for it.
And that's the end of the DLC, and we get 410 XP. That's pretty awful. Right, let's send her back to Hangman's Alley. Oi.
Look alive.
Yes, ma'am?
Ada.
Here you are, ma'am.
Look alive.
I'd be happy to help if I can. Yes, ma'am.
Time for you to leave.
I'd prefer to remain by your side, but I'll abide by your command.
I'm going to send her to the castle. That's a better idea. And we can move again. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. We have halted the mechanical menace. Well, no we haven't. Because as I said, it doesn't actually stop the robots from spawning. In fact, I think that's some of them fighting someone else right now. The roving robots will still spawn. Completing this DLC actually achieves absolutely nothing. That's probably why it only gave us 400 XP and a suit of armour as the reward. Because nothing changes for the good. All we get is never-ending radiant quests and a settlement. Terrible rewards, but it was good fun. So what are we doing next episode? Well, we need to go back to the Institute very quickly, speak with Ali Fillmore, so we then get an option to inform the Brotherhood what's going on, and then we're going to get kicked out of the Institute and get right to the end game. We're going to get locked out of a couple of possible endings, and we're going to lock into one that I hope we've done correct. So I hope you come back for that, and I hope you look after yourself until then. I will chat to you again very soon.